the live Force Acceleration collaborative call for Friday. It's the 31st of May. It is the end of May, which means we start June tomorrow. Anybody else get bummed out when you have to start a month on the weekend? I get really bummed out I get bummed out on the weekends anyways. I want my weekends to just be all work. Um, and so now the month starts on the weekend. So you lose 2 days of the month right away. Like the most important days of the month are the first 2 days of the month, first couple of days of the month, most important days of the week, first days of the week. And so it's like, now I gotta really push it. So I'm gonna really push it tomorrow. What are you guys thinking? What are your goals for June? What are you thinking about doing in June? Oh, wait, I know somebody's goal for June. I already know somebody's goal for June. And since we're live on YouTube, and by the way, thanks everybody for being here, you guys who are showing up on YouTube, even if you're watching in the replay. I'm grateful you're here. I'm going to pop a quick URL into the chat. I just want to make sure I get the right URL. I don't want to send people to the wrong place. Yeah, that is the wrong place. It's this one. Great. Listen, if you're here on YouTube, whether you're watching live or on the replay at some point in the future, and you kind of like the things that you hear here, and you might want to spend a little bit more time together, I'm putting a link into the chat, and all you got to do is go there and give me your first name and your email. I'm going to put you on a notification list. When there are openings in my masterminds, you'll get an invitation to be a part of those things. It's no obligation, and you don't have to respond to me ever if you don't want to, which is totally cool as well. So that link is right there in the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, I'll put it down in the comments. So if you like the stuff you learn from here on YouTube and you like the stuff that you find in the channel, you're going to love what we do inside of the mastermind, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. You get the whole iceberg in the mastermind, and you even get a small multi-use cart to tow that iceberg around with. So I hope that's valuable to you. So welcome aboard YouTube. You can ask me questions in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, pop your questions in the comments. What was I just going to talk to you about? Oh yeah, I can't share this because I don't want to share this screen, but I do want to check and see if somebody whose initials are RR made the change to their pricing page. Oh, I don't even have to check. We got the yes. Awesome. Good. Good. That's the first step. And I know we've got some really aggressive goals for June, and I would love it. You guys here on the Zoom, let me know your June goals. What do you want to get done in June? How many clients do you want to get in June? Like draw the line, put the stake in the sand, fly the flag. Tell me how many clients you want to get in June. If you are here on YouTube, you feel free to tell me how many clients do you want to get in June? And then I want to show you a little bit of math. We did this math last week in one of the Force Acceleration coffee, what are those things called? Cafe FA? I think that's what I called it, Cafe FA. That sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language. One of the Cafe FA calls. We did some reverse engineering of numbers. Why don't we do that today? And we can all do this. So if you have a goal of getting 10 people, 10 new clients in June, I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer that. Yeah? You guys here on the YouTube, you're going to want to pay attention to this as well. And thanks for being here. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to open up a spreadsheet and I'll share this with you. And we're going to back into how you achieve the number you want to achieve. Somebody last week in Cafe FA came in and said, they came in, they missed a goal. And so we backed into why they missed that goal. So I'm going to share this screen with you. And by the way, I will let you know I am a single dad today, and I have three boys who are on summer break, starting like now and they're out there. If a fist fight breaks out, I'm going to have to step away. but only if it's a fist fight. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this is like a goal planning sheet. You can create one of these yourself. So we're going to start at the end, and the end is number of clients, number of closed clients. And so I'm hearing a lot of people say they want to get 10 clients in June. I think that's fantastic. That's a great number to go after. So we're going to put 10 for the number of closed clients. And so that's the end. That's the finish line. Now we're going to work our way back. So the previous thing that we need to be worried about is our close rate. Anybody want to tell me what their close rate is? My close rate is 80%. I close 8 out of 10 people that I speak with. But they come to me pre-closed. That's what we do in force acceleration and radius of impact is we teach you how to get people to come to you already closed so that you don't have to do the selling on the call. Because doing the selling on the call is hard for a lot of people. But if you get people showing up on the calls ready to buy, that's a totally different world. And by the way, if you are watching this on YouTube, or you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, and that sounds like something that you would be interested in, if you'd like to learn how to get people to show up to you ready to go, all you have to do is go to chrisproutytraining.com and get on the wait list. The moment I have an opening, I am going to let you know and give you the opportunity to learn how to get people closed before they show up on the call. You'll get people showing up on the call and they'll be like, just tell me how much and how do I do this? All right, back over here. All right. So, hey, listen, again, if you are here on the YouTube and you're live or you're watching this on the replay and you want to check that out, there's no obligation. And I'm literally not going to try to sell to you at all. You've got to be the one that says, please do this. I only want people that want to be in force acceleration. I don't want people that don't want to be in there. Those people are real doldrums. I didn't think I was going to say that word when I woke up this morning. Those people are real mood kills. We had one in there. I had to kick him out. I'm not going to say any names. I had to kick him out. This dude was just bringing the mood of the room down. And so I had to say, see you later. See you later. Okay, so what's your close rate? Nobody has told me their close rate. I'm not going to put mine in because I love my close rate, but I know it's not realistic. What's your close rate? 20%? If you talked to 5 people today, if you spoke to 5 people today, would you be able to get one of them to say yes? I bet you would. I bet you would. Holy smoke. Thanks for being here on YouTube, friends. So, yeah, Deb, if you talk to 5 people today, could you get one of them to say yes? I bet you could. 20% is reasonable. I'd love to push you to 40%. Maybe we will later. So that means the number of sales calls that you must have in the next month, get ready. You need to have 50 sales calls in the next month. Okay, so if you're going to get 10 new clients in June and you're closing at 20%, you must have 50 sales calls. So then we must think about the offer to a sales call. So the conversion to a sales call. So what is that? That is the percentage of people who see your offer to get on a sales call who actually book the sales call. I'll give that a moment to sink in. That is the number of people, that is the percentage of people who see your offer to get on a call who take you up on that offer. That is a very small percent. Very, very small percent. But depending on how you do it, you can tweak that percent. For example, if I were only using social media, let's say I was only using LinkedIn to try to get calls, my conversion to a sales call is going to be less than 1%. If I'm just pushing out on LinkedIn, I'm pushing out content and I'm making the offers, it's going to be less than 1%. But what if I were using LinkedIn and I was pushing out offers on LinkedIn and I was also sending out emails with an offer to get on a call to my list, no matter how big my list is, unless my list is less than 50. But if I were sending out emails to people on my list, or what if I were publishing to LinkedIn and I was sending out a LinkedIn newsletter and I was sending out emails to my list? Now I've got a slightly higher conversion rate to a sales call, and I've got a slight edge because I'm using more than just pushing out the social posts with the offers in them, right? And by the way, if you are here watching this on YouTube, what you're watching right now is a live collaborative call with the people who I serve who are on the Zoom, and we happen to be broadcasting to YouTube. We do these calls a couple of times a week, and sometimes we even get together and drink coffee. If that sounds like something that's intriguing to you, whether you're here live or on the replay, all you got to do is go to chrisproutytraining.com. And if you are here on YouTube, you could just pop that into the chat for me. That would be great. It's my name, Chris Prouty, and training after that .com. If you go to chrisproutytraining.com, give me a first name and an email address. I'll let you know when we have an opening, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to come in. I'm certainly not gonna twist your arm to try to come into this thing. It's really only for people that want to grow their businesses. That's all. So back over here to the spreadsheet. What if we could use LinkedIn videos, LinkedIn newsletter, email our list? If we go to networking events, we could use those. So what if we had a nice, maybe even a 5% conversion to a call, which is fine. If you're using all of those mechanisms, you could probably do that. So that means the number of sales offers or sales call offers to a call, we'll call it. Here, how many offers to a call do you need to make? How many people need to see this? 1,000. Okay, so we need 1,000 people to see these offers. So that could be a small email list of 200 or 300. That could be subscribers to your LinkedIn newsletter, maybe 500. I think, I've got a lot of subscribers on everywhere I do. I could start to make the offer on YouTube. I could make some YouTube shorts, put out a short every day that makes the offer to a sales call. You don't call it a sales call, by the way. You guys who are in the mastermind, you know what we do there. If you're here on YouTube and you want to know what that is, you got to come on in. You got to come on the inside. I can't give away all the secrets, right? Okay, so 1,000 people need to look at and say, oh, that's interesting. And then we have to think about, I'm going to shrink these down because I'm going to have to add some columns. Not what I wanted to do. Like this. So then we've got it. Oh, my word. I guess it only goes in one direction. I can just double click and make that happen. How nice is that? Why didn't Darcy tell me that? Add a couple columns here. So if 1,000 people actually engage and see your offer to get on a call, then what is the conversion to being interested? Conversion to being interested is going to be super, super small. That's probably going to be like 2%. So 2% of your total audience will at least see the offer and be compelled by it. And then 5% of those people might take you up on it. So that means your audience size okay, so your audience size has to be about 50,000. Who is feeling terrified as you look at this? How do I close this? I do this. Are you feeling scared? Does this now suddenly is this scary? Maybe. Maybe, but you need an audience size. Yeah, right? So, but hold on, but hold on, but hold on. Good. Well, clarity reduces the resistance. Good. Hold on. What if you could instead, what if your sales call message, your conversion to get someone on a sales call, what if that messaging was so good that you were able to get, say, 9% of the people to convert to a sales call? What if you could do that? Let me get rid of these. Yeah, so what if you could get 9% to convert to a call? And what if your close rate, 20%, by the way, is a very, very low close rate. Realistically, if you've got the right people coming to you, 40% close rate is reasonable. So what if that were 40%? Now your audience size is only about 14,000 people. And what if you could get more people interested in seeing your message? Right? What if more people saw the sales message? I'm working with someone right now on the methodology for making an offer to get on a call. And since we're going live to YouTube, I got to be careful. I don't want to give away all the secrets. By the way, if these secrets are captivating to you and you happen to be watching this on YouTube, even in the replay, head on over to chrisproutytraining.com. You can find out how to spell Chris Prouty because it's the name of this channel, and you already know how to spell training. So you just go on over to chrisproutytraining.com. I was looking at the wrong camera. Here, you're over here. If you want to learn those things, go to chrisproutytraining.com and just give me a first name and an email address, and I will hook you up. I'll give you the whole scoop. How do you spell training? Ah, I like it. I like that. I hear so much chaos going on out there right now. And so now you need 13, 14,000 people to be exposed to your message. That is completely doable over the course of a month. That's completely doable. So, by the way, and we were talking about this. Oh, sorry, we were here. Conversion to being interested. So I'm working with someone right now on getting more offers out. There's a lot of resistance to making offers. Did you know that 80% of the people who follow you and who are connected with you, 80% of those people, if they like you, welcome getting offers from you? So if you can get your audience to like you in some way, even the smallest way, it's actually 81%. 81% of those people welcome getting offers from you. They like it. That is a study from, oh gosh, I can't remember who did that study. I think it might have been Facebook advertising that did that study. They did a poll. So your job is to first of all, get your audience to like you. So you've got to be likable in some way, Darcy. You got to be likable in some way. And then they're going to welcome, 8 out of 10 are going to welcome getting offers from you. The other two out of 10, the 20%, they're going to go away. And they're going to be replenished with new people, of which 80% are going to welcome offers and 20% aren't. They're going to go away. And it's self-similar at scale. We just keep zooming in on this thing, and it just gets self-similar at scale. You're always filling and replenishing, and people are going away and people are staying. Now, 80% aren't going to take you up on the offer, but what we're doing is we're optimizing our audience to have people that welcome offers from us. I hope that makes sense. If we optimize everything, if we optimize the way we present ourselves online, if we optimize the way that the content that we create, if we continue to optimize everything, we optimize having an audience that likes us. There are ways to do that. We talk about that in Force Acceleration, getting your audience to like you. You guys on YouTube can learn more about that at chrisproutytraining.com. I mentioned that earlier. You get your audience to like you, they're going to welcome your sales messages. They're going to welcome your offers. So that's like a micro optimization, but it's a really important one because if your audience doesn't like you, they're going to reject your offers and you're not going to get those conversions to being interested or the conversions to a sales call. But let's imagine that, like, what if we got 10% of our audience to be really interested in our offer, not take us up on our offer, guys and gals, not take us up on the offer, just interested in the offer, just open to receiving it, reading the offer, saying, oh, they're offering a call. Well, now, what if 10% could be open to getting on a call and 9% were actually willing to get on the call and you're able to close at a 40% rate, 2 out of 5. You're able to close 2 out of 5. Is that too much to ask to close 2 out of 5 people who are already interested in what you do, who follow you, who are engaged with you? Is it too much to ask to close 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10? I don't think it is. So now you need an audience size of 2,000, 2,700. You need 2,700 people who are seeing your message. Is that reasonable to have an audience size of that? Some people have email lists that far exceed that. And this conversion to being interested doesn't mean that they've done anything other than they've heard the offer. So we need 280 people to hear the offer. Okay, we need about 278 people to hear the offer, which results in 25 sales calls. Can you handle 25 sales calls in a month? It's about 1 a day. A couple of days you'll have 2. And if you can close at 40%, you've got your 10 clients. This is optimizing all the way down the path. And so where do your kids, can you tell if they're laughing or crying? I should turn off the sound suppression so you can hear. I need like some sort of a filter. I have one child, I can't tell when they're laughing or when they're crying. It sounds identical, and it's happening right now. Yeah, I can't tell. So the optimization's down the path. First optimization, live stream it. Oh, God. Take it to my phone and go out there and say, everybody wants to hear what's going on out here. So optimizations. Here, let's talk about optimizations. First optimization is optimize your audience, right? Get the right people in your audience. Okay, that's your first optimization. Get the right people in your audience. So you guys in Force Acceleration, you guys remember all of the stuff that we talked about in the LinkedIn training about optimizing your audience and why that's so important. The summary for everybody here, the summary is connect with the right people. Believe me, thank you. I can hear enough to know that they're fine. Believe me, they wouldn't hesitate to come in here if they weren't. Thank you, Rukia. So optimize your audience. Anybody remember my pizza shop analogy? You open a pizza shop. Who do you want to come into that pizza shop? People with 3 characteristics. They love pizza. They have money to buy pizza. And they're hungry. You fill your pizza shop with people like that, you're going to make a lot of money. So your audience has to be people who love what you do, who need what you do, and will pay for what you do. That's your optimized audience. Conversion to being interested is all in the messaging. It's all in the messaging of the offer. Okay, so the messaging of the offer, it's got to be something that is low barrier to entry, that is easy for someone to take you up on, and that provides them with immediate value. So that's your messaging to the offer. Immediate value, easy to take you up on, something that they really need, right? If you can get that done, now you've got people who are interested in your offer. You know, making offers is a big part of what we do because it's what truly gets people into our service. And before I go on, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're watching either live now, thanks for being here, or you're watching in the replay, and you're interested in learning how to make better offers to make more sales and ultimately profit more, impact more people, and have fun while you're doing it, just go to chrisproutytraining.com. That link I'll put in the chat if you're here live, or you can look in the comments below this video if you're watching on the replay. Just go there and let me show you how to do that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool how it works. And if you decide that you want to spend a little more time together, that would be cool with me. And if you don't, that's cool too. So offers to get on the call. Now you have to really drive the point home that there's going to be lots of value to getting on this call. You guys, just about all of you, maybe not, but you've been on calls. A lot of you came into this program getting on a call with me. It's just value. It's like open up the garage. We're taking the value mobile out and we're gonna press down on the gas. That's what you do on the call, is that you give people a ton of value, because people need three things to close. They need to believe there is a solution that exists for the problem that they're facing. They need to believe that the solution will work for them. And they need to believe that you can deliver the solution. You should have done that prior to them getting on the call, but you don't always have that opportunity, especially if you're just starting something now and you're looking to get 10 clients in the next 30 days. By the way, if that's you, you're working tomorrow. You're working on the 1st. So I don't care if that's after the kids go to bed and the spouse goes to bed. That's what you're doing tomorrow. It's the 1st. You're not going to lose 2 days. You're not going to start on the 3rd. Let the people who want to have entry level of success start on the 3rd. You're starting tomorrow. And to be with you in this, I will be working tomorrow as well. How's that? Just rest assured, if you're working tomorrow, whatever time of day it is, know that I'm working as well. So the offer to get on the call, to optimize that, lots and lots and lots of value. Conversion to getting on the call, make it easy for them to get on the call. On the call, deliver the value. Close rate, make them feel like it's the best decision ever to do this with you. Right? You really got to make them feel like it's the best decision ever to do this with you. A lot of people go into sales calls and their attitude is just like, oh, I got to get the client. I got to get the client. I go into your sales calls with, how can I show this person that the best decision that they're ever going to make for their business or for their ex, whatever it is you do for them, for their relationships or for their health or for their ability to ride a bike, because Deborah's here, right? Or for their ability to optimize their business, or for their ability to look and feel their absolute best based on what you do. You on the call, I don't know, my light just went out. Let's fix that. This is why I don't like having a lot of things. This is way too many things to be thinking about. To think about that I now need to plug in a light. This is the high, you guys on YouTube, this is the high level of production that you get when you work with me, is you get all of this goofiness. Here's what I want. And if somebody could help me figure this out, this would be great. I have my whole camera setup over here that I love because it's all in one place. But this nonsense, this is too much for me. And I feel like I'm in an operating room. So I want a system when I want to record, I want things to just drop out of the ceiling. Does that exist? Can I have all of this stuff vanish into the ceiling? And then I say something and Darcy, I knew you would know that. But my attic is the attic is the area above this room. It's probably 3,000 degrees up there. I'd be a little bit worried about that. I got to figure this out. I have too much stuff in my view right now. When they're on the call with you, your only job is to make them so inspired to work with you so that they're just like, this is the person who can help me. That's what you want. I had a beautiful close this week of this really just lovely, lovely, lovely woman who is coming in to Force Acceleration. And she already had someone helping her. And she, after just 15 minutes, she's like, the way you talk to me and the way that you present, I know you're the only one that can help me. Because I go into the call and my first purpose on a sales call is help this person. Just help this person. Forget about the money, forget about the profit, forget about the business, just help this person. When you do that, they're gonna convert at 40%. They will convert at 40%. Don't give it away. You don't have to give away everything, but just help them with one thing. Number of clients closed. Then you start to look at lifetime value of a client, your LTV. So let's imagine you have a $97 a month offer and your clients stay in the program. We look at LTV over the course of a year. You do a great job with your $97 a month offer. So you get about $1,200 LTV. So that means your contribution to your year, looks like this. No, that. Oh, I goofed it up. That right there. Yeah. So you can contribute $12,000 to your year if you get the right people in your audience, you manage the messaging to your offer in the right way that more people listen to, respond to, are engaged with that message. You make 278 of them like really resonate with the offer to get on a call. You convert to the call at 9%, get 25 of them on a call, close at 40%, 10 closes. Yeah. Ask me anything. I'm going to swing over and check on YouTube, see how it's going over here. Hey guys and gals, or whoever you are on YouTube, thanks for being here and thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. Ask me anything. The reason that I love to do stuff like this is because it adds so much clarity in where you can optimize all the way down the path. Because what if you were nervous that you could only close at 20%? Well, that means your audience size needs to be about almost 6,000. But you could work on it. You can work on your sales. I really believe working on your sales happens long before the sales call. That's I know that I have 3 founding principles for Force Acceleration, which is to profit, extend your impact, and have fun while we do it. But the reality is, what we're really looking to do here is take the demonstration of capability and of authority and expertise, trust and transformation. It's taking the demonstration of that and moving it so far in advance of the sales call that when someone comes on the call, they're ready to go. I closed someone a couple of months ago, and when they came on the call, the first thing they said to me was, "We have dedicated time in my office where we watch your YouTube channel." How humbling is that? Like, that's amazing to hear something like that, that they set time aside to do that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to me. So, what are your takeaways and what are your questions? I think if I were to give you specific advice on what to do, I would be doing videos and content every single day, once a day, probably, but maybe twice a day. I would have the offer, I would make the offer in my content 3 times every day. I would send out to my mailing list, I would mail them 3 times a week for the next 4 weeks, but also just get into that cadence anyways. I would email them pure value, 3 pure value emails a week. So step number one social post a day with 3 offers. So if you're doing video, just put that offer in a couple of times. You guys in the program, or you can ask me how to structure your offer. You guys on YouTube, you should be in the program. So go to chrisproutytraining.com, and if you pass the requirements, you'll get an invitation to come in. So post, make offers, video, text. I would email my mailing list 3 times a week with pure value, and then I would include the offer in with the pure value twice in the email, maybe 3 times, probably 3 times. Once in the PS, twice in the body of the email. I would do 1 LinkedIn newsletter per week and have offers in there. Seems pretty reasonable. I would err heavily towards video, and I would probably suggest live video over recorded video. And if you're not the face, and some of us in the mastermind are not the face of the company. If you're not the face of the company, then do your videos, just don't be the face of the company. Just do B-roll and slides with either your voiceover or somebody else's voiceover. I'm just checking in around. Hey guys on YouTube, I hope you're getting a ton out of this. I hope this gives you so much clarity on what you need to be doing. If we want to just get super, super conservative, let's go with a 20% close rate. Let's go with a 5% conversion to a call and a conversion to being interested of 3%. Or maybe, I don't know, 5% is probably even better. So you need an audience size of about 20,000 if we're going to be super conservative on this. But what this does not account for is getting scrappy. And getting scrappy is inside, it's in the Force Acceleration Mastermind. It's one of the modules in there called Pause and Profit. Go find that one. I don't even want to say what the name of it is. Just go in there and find the Pause and Profit. And that's getting scrappy. You can get your 10 clients just using that. This would be gravy. Somebody asks if I've ever done a TED Talk. I have not done a TED Talk. I want to spend all of my time making awesome things for you. And if I'm doing a TED Talk, then I can't make awesome things for you. Because now I'm having to think about doing a TED Talk. And that doesn't make awesome things for you. This makes awesome things for you. So I want to spend every moment I possibly can making awesome things for you that help you grow. help you grow your business, help you grow your life, help you get smarter in every area of your life, help you be as physically fit as possible, help you contribute to your family and your friends and your community and society and future generations. I want to help you do that. I want to help you with your spiritual quest, whatever that means. Like, I want all 7 areas of life to be improved just because you're here, with weighing very heavily towards your business. Actually, predominantly towards your business. So I can't go into a TED Talk right now because that would keep me away from doing really cool things for you, building this cool stuff for you. Because that's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. When I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I think of. How can I go build something cool for them? Them is you. Okay, everybody got this? You want to do a screen capture of this? If you want to screen capture this, now would be the time, because I'm going to stop the share. What a serious Friday call. Thank you. That was very kind. A very kind word came through. I'm going to stop the share. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Share stopped. The new camera held up on its battery life for the duration of this call. I'm going to probably have to get something that powers that. And I got to figure out why I look like a lobster. Maybe it's just the way I look. Oh, and then on the YouTube, somebody asks if I can close at 40% with just one monitor. Don't you think it's a little late in the show to bring that up? Lobster does sound good. Lobster sounds real good, actually. Maybe I'll get a little lobster for the weekend. Treat the boys. Maybe I'll treat the boys, because they've quieted down. All right. YouTube, thank you so much for being here. One last time, you guys on YouTube, some people just showed up on YouTube. Where have you been? Where have you been? You're gonna have to watch the replay on this one. We did some real serious stuff today. So if you are here on YouTube and you dig the stuff that I'm talking about, and you want to find a way to make more money in your business, you want to have greater impact on those you serve, and you want to hang out with some really cool people and have fun while you're doing it, just go to chrisproutytraining.com. Just go to chrisproutytraining.com. And I'm going to put that in the chat. Just go there. Just go to Chris Prouty. That was weird how that did that. Go to chrisproutytraining.com and give me your first name and your email. When there's an opening, you have the ability to come in, you'll get an invite to come in. Could be soon, but it depends. You got to be right. You got to be right for it. Somebody says they think I'm red because they thought I got some sun. It is that time of year here in Florida where I will be getting more sun, but I really do try to keep the sunscreen going so that I don't get burned. This is just a setting on the camera. I haven't adjusted any of the settings on the camera. This is literally just a setting on the camera that's doing this. And I almost wonder if it's because I have a blue light on behind me as well. I'm going to try shutting off that light. Let's see what happens. You can experiment with me. Got to find the light and turn it off. It would be easier to just walk over there and turn it off. There, I turned it off, and I am no less red. Oh, hold on. Did I just get a little bit less red? It's just so weird to sit here and do this. All right, guys. Yeah, a bit. Thank you so much for being here, YouTube. I'm going to sign off on YouTube.